So hey, and welcome to this video where I'm going to talk to you about how to get clients as a social media manager. So I've got 5 amazing ways to help you get some clients when you're a social media manager and working from home. So make sure you check out to listen to the top ways that you will guaranteed to get these clients, because the strategies that I use have made me be able to work full-time from home and have a full client base, as well as having people working for me. So make sure you stay tuned to check out my 5 ways to get yourself some clients. So the number one way, and a way that I love, is through Facebook groups. So you need to get yourself online, you need to get yourself out there, you've got to have your own profile, you can't be afraid of actually going out there, getting yourself known, putting yourself out there. And yeah, it might seem scary to begin with, but if you're going to run a business successfully from home, you need to tell people what you're doing. So Facebook groups is a really great way to network online. And what I would do is I would join those groups where you think your ideal audience hangs out. Get in them and start interacting, start being really, really helpful, and start trying to answer questions where people have got queries, because there's so many business owners that don't really understand social media and they want to increase their sales, they want to increase their credibility and awareness, but they don't know how to do it. And so in a lot of the groups that I'm in, people are always asking questions about, how to get more Instagram followers, or what kind of content should I post on Facebook, or I don't know how to use LinkedIn. What's the best way to connect with people and get that credibility and awareness that I crave? And all you have to do is you jump on those posts and you start commenting, you start networking. You then can start creating your own posting group. So you go in, post something useful. You can always find an article. There's loads and loads of articles online. Put that in a link in a post and comment about it, and just say, check out this article. It's a really good way. There's 10 ways of making your Facebook profile optimized, or something like that. So go and start networking in Facebook groups. You've got to be consistent, guys. So make sure you're doing this every day. Spend 20 minutes every day, especially when you're first starting out and you're first wanting those clients. Go into the Facebook groups and start connecting, networking, building that relationship and building that rapport, because that is the way that people are going to remember you and come to you when they want help. And then you will gain clients. I guarantee it. It's a great way to find clients. So number 2 is LinkedIn. So I mentioned LinkedIn before, and a lot of people go, I don't know how to work LinkedIn. It's very stuffy and corporate. Let me tell you and clear that up. It's definitely not. And I've got many clients from LinkedIn. So it's really easy to network on LinkedIn and find those business owners that you want to work with. So you start connecting with business owners. They can be in your local area. As a social media manager, you have to work with people in your local area. You can work with them anywhere in the world. And so what I would do is I would go into the search option and find business owners that I want to work with. And you can check those business owners out. So for example, if you want them to have been in business perhaps 2 years and they're looking to grow, then you can find that out from LinkedIn. Go and connect with them, send them a connection request. You can send them a note if you want to. I've done another video which is on the YouTube channel on LinkedIn, how to get clients on LinkedIn, and it goes through step to step on how to do that. So go and check that out. But yeah, LinkedIn is great. And then you start engaging, you start commenting, and on the business owners' posts that they're putting out there, start creating your own posts. Make sure it's consistent though, because you really need to make sure that you're posting every single day on LinkedIn to get those clients, to make yourself known and build that awareness and credibility for yourself. So that was number 2, LinkedIn. So number 3 is networking face to face. And this might seem really, really scary. And when I first started, this was the thing I dreaded the most, because I'd never networked before in my life. I never had to. So it was like, why do I have to go to these networking groups and meetings? You have to talk to people, you have to talk about yourself, what you're doing. And especially when you first start out, because you perhaps haven't got that confidence and you're trying to start coming across as a business owner and you know what you're talking about, it can be tricky and it can be hard. But let me tell you, this is a great way to build those relationships and get clients. So my advice to you is to just let it go over your head. Just think positive thoughts. Search locally for networking groups online. So just Google that into Google, funnily enough, and go and search for local networking groups, and there'll be loads and loads that come up. There's literally hundreds that will come up in different various areas. They have different times, so you'll find like breakfast meetings, brunch meetings, lunch meetings, afternoon and even evening ones. So if you've got kids and stuff and you struggle to get to the breakfast meetings, then perhaps you can go to a lunchtime, perhaps you can go to one in the evening when they're in bed. So there's lots and lots of opportunities around, and all you need to do is you need to go, be confident and talk about your business. And a lot of these networking events, they have an opportunity for you to do a 1 minute, 60-second kind of pitch about your business and, you know, who you are and what services you offer. And yeah, again, this might seem scary, but once you do a couple, you'll get used to it. And I would sound out a couple of networking groups. So go along to a few, see which ones you're comfortable with, and then consistently go. And this is 100% guaranteed way of getting clients. I promise you, you will get clients from going to networking groups, because people, business owners, are looking for that help. They may not know that they need that help, but when you're going there and you're telling them what you can provide, how you can free up all their time so they can concentrate and focus on the parts of the business that they need focusing on and where their expertise lie, and saying that you can give them, I don't know, 5 hours a week back in their time, that would be amazing for business owners. But you need to do that consistently so that you build those relationships. And also, a lot of networking groups, they have Facebook groups as well. So once you're doing that networking face to face, you can also network in the groups as well. So number 4, so the fourth way that you can find clients is in your local area. So what I would do is I would write out a list of local businesses that you'd like to work with. And I would then start looking at their social media profiles. So if they've got a Facebook account, Instagram account, go and check it out. See if they are active. They might be active, but they may not be consistent. They may be active, but the posts aren't very good. They may not be getting very much engagement. And what I would do is I would then write a little, very short report and give them some tips and advice. And if you are in like a small place, then I would always go into, if they've got like a shop or if it's a cafe or restaurant, I would go in and try and speak to the owner and say, look, I checked out your website and your social media profiles, but and I've got these tips, and tell them what you're doing and say, I've just done this product, I thought it would be handy for you, and give them this free advice. And then you can start building on that relationship. And when the time's right, they will then come back to you and ask for your help. So I would write a list of as many people as you possibly can. It can be like 100, but obviously doing 100 reviews on their social media would be quite a big task. So try and stick to the ones that you really, really want to work with. So if you're really passionate about cafes, restaurants, bars, perhaps you prefer like independent shops or flower shops or hairdressers, beauticians, that kind of thing. Really kind of nail down who you want to work with, and then I would go and connect with them and start networking in a different kind of way. But you can add them to like your email list as well, so you're always in their minds when the time is right for them to want your help. So that was number 4. So the 5th way of getting clients is looking at your network that you have already. So you may have friends that have businesses. You may have family that have businesses. They may have friends that have businesses. So it's about telling people what you're doing and what you're up to. So tell your network what you're doing, the business that you've created, that you're doing social media managing now, and reach out to them that way. And perhaps if they don't want the services yourself, they may be able to refer you to someone else. And looking at your inner circle is a great way to find clients. So for example, when I started, I I used to work for a CEO of a company, and he left that company, but he was very, very well known in the industry. And I kept in touch with him. I told him what I was doing. And then not long after I started, I got a phone call for him saying, oh, I've been in touch with this guy and he's just started this company, he's looking for some help. And so I got a client through him. And that was just from knowing him and telling him what I was doing. So you need to go out there and tell people what you're doing. Otherwise, no one will know and you'll never get anything. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everyone that you kind of meet what you're doing, and that ask them if they know any business owners that might need some help. You don't need to throw it down their faces or sell it to them. And you can always say, look, I've got loads and loads of tips that I can help with these business owners. If you know someone that's got a business, then perhaps you can tell me who that is. I can look at their social media profiles and give them a few tips, no pressure. And so that is a great way of looking at your inner circle, your network that you have already, because I bet you know loads and loads of people. You've probably got loads of friends on Facebook and Instagram, and reaching out to those people to see if you can help with their social media and help with their business and free up a bit of time for them. So that is my 5 guaranteed ways of finding clients. 5 ways that I have used and I have got clients through. It's pretty simple, and if you do it consistently, this game is all about being consistent, doing it every day, even if you don't feel like doing it. There are times, especially the networking group, when I first started, my daughter never slept, so she was up halfway through the night. The networking meeting that I decided that I was comfortable with, and the one that I was going to go to, it was every 2 weeks, started at 7 o'clock in the morning. So the night before, I might not have had hardly any sleep. And there were many, many times that I did not feel like going. But in that first year, I never missed one meeting, because I was consistent, because I was passionate and I wanted to get those clients. I needed those clients because I wanted to work from home flexibly. I needed that income. I've got bills to pay, and I wanted to be able to do that. And the only way that I can do that is if I'm consistent, and you have to be it. No matter how you feel, you have to be consistent. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos. If you're a mum looking to work flexibly from home, then join my Facebook group. It's called Social Media Mums. The link is in this video, and it's a great community. There's loads and loads of videos, tips, advice, support in that group for those looking to become a social media manager, or those who are just starting out and are struggling in some way. Then check that out. So I will see you on the next video.